American thinks back to where they were, thinks back to 19 years ago, how they felt as they watched those attacks unfold. This is especially true for a lot of people in New York, many of whom witnessed that terror firsthand. NBC News' Harry Smith is one of those New Yorkers.
Okay, we're holding them. We got them.
It was all just too much. What we were watching couldn't be real. Our minds, our souls refused to believe it. The enormity of it all. The shock soon turning to sorrow. As we realized so many people would not be going home to their loved ones that night. The grief was uncontainable. The missing, the unaccounted for, their pictures and the pleas that accompanied them were cries for help.
He's my best friend in the world.
He was a great dad and hoping he could still be a great dad.
If not, we love you, Roland.
And expressions of hope that somehow, some way, the unthinkable had not happened. There was heroism in the air that day, the way the passengers and crew refused to let the terrorist turn a plane above Pennsylvania into a bomb. The way so many people in the World Trade Center helped their friends and colleagues and complete strangers to safety. The way the firefighters, law enforcement, and EMTs gave little pause to entering buildings they knew they'd never escape. We were numb for weeks. The pictures from the Pentagon, the fire there that took days to extinguish, the hollowed-out field in Shanksville where United Flight 93 was forced to the ground. The pile, the search for survivors, for remains. They said the air there was safe. Those who were there knew that couldn't be true. We watched a lot of funerals and learned over time the life stories of those we lost. And as the accounts of selflessness poured forth, we were inspired. We were in awe. How, we wondered, could they have done what they did? As heinous as those acts of terrorism were, what resulted was the opposite, we think, of what was intended. For a good long while afterwards, it felt like we were a United States. It was a great thing, the idea that there's more that unites us than divides us.
God bless America.
So as the bells ring this morning, as prayers are offered and names read, perhaps we'll all do well to stop and listen and remember.
And we will never forget.